Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 135 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. Let's start with the current political situation in the Aquarius area. As you can see, the Aquarius area hasn't moved much the past week. The only big change was, well, it wasn't a big change. One system changed hand here from Synergy of Steel to, I think it was, I'm not sure, don't remember if it was this one or this one, but it went to either what could possibly go wrong or only fleet. So that's one system that changed hand. Aside from that, they only have one system left on the western side of the area. The big change around here actually happened in Delve, where Siege Green took a bunch of system from Drake's Lair. Now, Siege Green is a neutral entity in the current fight. So they are blue with only fleet, and they are blue with XIX. They are gray with WOMP, but we kind of have a gentleman agreement where we don't push each other's SOV, but we do shoot each other occasionally. We're just not harassing them actively, and they're not harassing us actively in their space. Though sometime we do see Siege Green mining and ratting in XIX space, and that is fair game for us because if they're raising XIX ADM, we're going to shoot them. So that's kind of what's happening. We are pushing a little bit in the area here again, roaming, harassing them, creating timers. The joy of warfare. So that's pretty much what's happening on the political side. The big political move actually happened. I was part of that one this week. Goons Swarm still had a Fortizar in UTAC H here in our space. It was always something that we wanted addressed since we came here, but it wasn't the top priority at the time. Our alliance leader mentioned that in the last town hall, and I offer my diplomatic services to him to actually contact Goonswarm and negotiated the purchase of that fort, which is what I did. And WOMP eventually ended up buying the Fortizar from Goonswarm. So basically it was the last structure in our area that wasn't under our control. So we now have only WOMP structure and WOMP space. Was pretty interesting. I like that. That's the kind of gameplay that I personally like. I'm more a diplomat than a fighter. So this one being part of those negotiations, and it was the first time I actually had to deal with Goonswarm. I have like a pretty decent roller deck of contact in various major alliance, but I had no contact yet with Goonswarm. So I went into like a knock at every door until I get a contact mode, and eventually got to talk to one of their diplo, and very professional, actually it's pretty nice when you're dealing diplomatically with people that have their shit together. So that was pretty interesting for me. So that's pretty much what happened on the diplomatic side. Now on the fighting side, because fighting is a big part of EVE. The week started actually pretty fun. A wormhole opened in our area, and a bunch of angry wormholer came out of that and wanted to fight. I don't know if they expected less resistance, but we did got out and fight. And it was a pretty hectic fight, like going all over the place, fighting like 4v4 on the gate, and then two other on a wormhole all at the same time. People warping around, stopping each other, like pretty chaotic fight. Very interesting. And wormholer, what's fun when you're fighting wormholer like that is that they do have the budget to fly some pretty dank ship, so it makes for interesting kill mail. And we're getting like we on our side too. We're getting the like I pull out the Brudix Navy. It's like some of the more interesting ship that we might get to fly less often. This was very enjoyable, and actually I got like my most biggest kill of the week that day, because usually we will wait, like if we bubble a group, we'll wait for like we'll kill the ship first and then all get in on the pod kill. But this one, that pod was about to get out of the bubble, so I decided to shoot him, and I didn't regret it because the guy was flying like a mid-grade snake, so that was like a 1.2 bill pod. So I don't regret podding him. I mean, you come in our space with blingy stuff, you risk losing it. That's the nature of the game in Eve. So all in all, pretty fun fight. Aside from that, we had an operation in U.S. time zone. And U.S. time zone WOMP, we can form about 20 pilot, and that's what we did on this fleet. We had 20 in fleet, but again 14 shows in killboard because you got lodges and stuff. A pretty interesting fight. We went to defend an Astra house belonging to Kix that was pushed to final timer. The fight was mostly between us and only fleet, but it was outside of our major time zone, so we didn't have a big number. And the Phoenix Coalition was mostly boss and plus friend, not the main group of Phoenix either. So all in all, pretty interesting fight. We did end up on the losing side. We were a little under on the number of pilot, and it shows on the battle report. And there's and we didn't succeed in defending the Astra house. But the big story there was Sigma Grindset that tried to third party in that fight, and they came in like a significant fleet, and they dropped a hubris on grid. And well, that hubris, dropping that hubris was a little bit of a hubris because it ended up dying on the field. But that happened. I mean, again, it's Eve. You put the thing in space, you risk losing it. So anyway, it was still a pretty fun fight, and it's cool that we get there. We're at a point where we have enough number that we can get some strat up done in the US time zone, which is always fun. Another thing that happened, and that was just before I filmed this video, was we did a little gate camp. I don't think they're there anymore, but like I left early to have the time to record today's video. But we usually we just camp the gate and keep our space safe by not letting people come in. We did score a few kills, but again, like no big shiny kill mail to show you. Again, all those battle report, I'll link them in the video description, or I'll put them on my Discord server. So if you want to go see those kill mail, they're going to be there. Those battle report, I mean. So all in all, it was pretty fun. On that big fleet battle, I got shot early, so I didn't get a bunch of kills because I got shot first. But that happened. You happen to be the one that's targeted first, and you will die in large fleet battle in Eve. That you will occasionally die in large fleet battle in Eve. That's kind of unavoidable. Again, that's you get your SRP, and that's what it is. What it is. Now, aside from that, personally, like what I did financially, not much this week actually. I did my PI, I did a little bit of exploration, a little bit of ratting, and not much else. I didn't like the time when I played, I was mostly either doing the strat up, or the little time I had, sometime I managed to like sneak in an hour of ratting or explo, but that's pretty much it. One thing that might be that's interesting is now I do have a week with my current PI setup, and what I managed to extract in a week was 29 self-harmonizing power core, which are the P4 that I'm aiming for. So I got 29 of those worth 57 mil, and I got an extra 16 mil worth of biomass because I'm extracting too much biomass because I have a planet that I'm just using to extract that, and it's more than I need. So like maybe a total of 75 mil, so maybe 15 mil a day. I said last week that I was extracting 20. Now on a single day, if I'm just extracting the P2, I'm extracting maybe that of material, but since I'm running longer cycle, you get into a point where you have less, and then sometimes you just, like, if you miss a few hours before restarting the cycle, restarting the extraction. So it's easy to say, to give you a number on the optimal that you will get, but you're never optimal all the time, and you will, unless you're like, if you're very disciplined maybe, but that's not my case. Anyway, 75 mil of PI material in a week. So pretty, I mean that after a week my setup is mostly paid up, and now everything else is pure profit, and it takes me maybe 5 minute 5-10 minute max 3 times a week. So not, it's like, it's not the best ISK around. You won't get super rich with PI. The people that are making good money, serious industrialists, will have a more serious setup than what I have, and they will have multiple account, and then they'll like get all their P2s at one last character is gonna do the manufacturing, and it's gonna be very optimized, drop just the right amount and everything. I'm just playing my PI on a single character just to have fun with it. So that's it. Anyway, the thing is, it's something that I do, and I do kind of enjoy doing now. Setting it up is a bit longer, so I'm doing that. Same thing for exploration, same thing for ratting. I'm not playing like you have people in the alliance that have a much more professional setup than I do, that will go like smart bomb ratting and stuff like that. Me, I'm just playing. I would say I'm more casual in my approach to the game. I don't have tons of accounts. I don't have. I just play to have fun, and I do have fun. What I like now is just like talking with the guys on on Discord, the social aspect of the game, going on a roam, going on a gate camp with the boys, or the large fleet battle are interesting in the context of the large fleet battle, even if personally, like, I like a little fight where there's like when the wormholer came in and you're like flying around space, you have to take decision. Do I jump in? Do I engage now? Do I cross the gate? Do I go there? Like, okay, we got a guy on comm that's coming out of the wormhole. Do I need to go there? You got more active involvement in the fight, where in a large fleet battle, unless you're FC, you're anchoring and you're shooting the target they tell you to shoot. So it's not as engaging, but they are fun for other reason. They are fun because they represent a war where your alliance is involved in, which is in itself is the context, is the reason you're fighting. So that's what's making those battle interesting. But it's not my favorite content in the game. I enjoy like small gang, like 10v10, much more than 400 against 400. But that's it. Anyway, I've been rambling long enough. I told you that I had something that I've been planning on doing some more interesting stuff. We still need a little more time to get it started, but that should be coming pretty soon, and hopefully it's gonna be fun to watch for you guys. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any comment, question, anything, just say it in the comment, and I'll be happy. I usually try to reply to everyone. So anyway, see you guys next week. Bye bye.